What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today is Main Deck Monday, and today we are looking at a Hawlucha, Lucario, Crobat deck. Now, actually, this deck was piloted by Noah Sawyer. He actually won 2 different cities with his decks, and one of the cities we did film, so if you want to watch that down below, I'll leave the link to that video. It was only one game. I think it was only one game, but I'll leave the links down below if you want to see Noah playing the deck in action. It's always great to see the deck in action. And like I said, it did win 2 cities, so it's definitely something to look into if you are looking into a Lucario Crobat deck. It doesn't change that much in Breakpoint that I know of right now, top of my head, but it's definitely something to look into if you do like Lucario bats. Well, let's go over the deck. Your main attacker is going to be Hawlucha. It has 2 main attackers. Don't be confused. They both have, you play 3-3 split. But Hawlucha, it has the ability Shining Spirit. His attacks are not affected by weakness or resistance, but its attack does Flying Press. It does 60 damage. If your opponent's active Pokemon isn't an EX, this attack does nothing. So it sadly can't only attack EX Pokemon. I think if it couldn't attack EX Pokemon, that'd be broke. Like a basic Pokemon hitting the 60 against basic Pokemon for 1 energy. It seems pretty crazy. So I'm glad they actually did have that effect of making it only hurt EX Pokemon. And that's actually really good though, because if you're attacking an EX Pokemon, they have to knock out this non-basic or this non-EX Pokemon, and Hawlucha hits for a lot of damage. And once again, we'll show if you're not sure how fighting decks work, I'll show you how you can add up the damage later on the video. But the deck also plays 3 Lucario. It has 180 HP, which is great because 180 HP is a lot. It does. A lot of the math is for 170 EX Pokemon, so 180 does throw some wrench into some decks. But let's go over the attacks. It actually has 3 attacks, which is pretty cool. Missile Jab does 30. It's not affected by resistance, but weakness still works. So it can hit for weakness and fighting, but resistance does not matter, which is great. It has Corkscrew Smash, it does 60, and you draw until you have 6 cards in your hand. And I know some people have asked me this before. Let's say you Corkscrew Smash and you knock out a Pokemon. Well, you're going to Corkscrew Smash, you're going to draw up to 6, and then take your prize cards. So you could have up to 8 cards in your hand after your Corkscrew Smash, which is great. And this Somersault Kick can do 100 damage, no effect there. But 100 damage is, 3 energies is a lot. But if you can get it there, you're probably taking knockouts for sure. Now, the deck does play a 4-4-2 Crobat line, and I know it does seem weird, but I promise it does work. Zubat, then Golbat with Sneaky Bite, put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon, and Crobat, Surprise Bite, puts 3 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. And then always, you play 2 Shaman just to help set up. Alright, so that's all the Pokemon in the deck. You could maybe play a 3rd Crobat if you want to, but in the early games, you definitely are not using Crobat as much because you got to evolve Zubat into the Golbat and then the Golbat into Crobat. Sometimes you will miss the Golbat, so that's why you only play 2 Crobat in the deck. It plays 1 Enhanced Stamina, discard Special Energy attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon. 2 Level Ball. This can get you the Golbat, Zubat, and Hawlucha. 1 Super Rod to get back 3 of Pokemon and/or energies. It's up to you. 3 Super Scoop Up. Flip a coin of heads. Pick up 1 Pokemon and return it all to your hand. 4 Ultra Ball to get out your Pokemon. 4 VS Secret to reuse supporter cards. 1 AZ to put 1 Pokemon in your hand, but you do have to discard all the cards attached to it. So like the energy and the tools have to go away. 1 Judge. Each player shuffles their hand into the deck and draw 4 cards. 2 Karina. Search deck for a fighting Pokemon and an item card. And one of the cool combos early game, if you can grab the Karina, is you're going to Karina for like a Lucario or Hawlucha and get a Level Ball to get out of Zubat. And that's a really cool combo that Karina always is able to do. 2 Lysander, bring a Pokemon off the bench. 1 Birch, you always gotta play Birch. Flip a coin of heads, draw 7 cards. If tails, draw 4s. Well, you gotta shuffle your hand into your deck and then draw 7 or 4. 4 Sycamore, discard in your hand, draw 7 new cards. 3 Fighting Stadium, the attacks of each fighting Pokemon to play do 20 more damage to defending Pokemon EX. 2 Focus Sash, and this makes it wherever a Pokemon is full HP and it's going to be knocked out, it is left with 10 HP instead, and then you discard the tool off that Pokemon. 2 Muscle Band, your attacks do 20 more damage to the active Pokemon. And 4 Strong Energy, your attacks do 20 more damage to the active Pokemon. And then 5 Energy. Now, like I said, Hawlucha can start doing a lot of damage. You can do Flying Press for 6. And then you can do 8, 10, 12. So you can do 120 damage with Hawlucha. Then combine this with a Golbat and a Crobat, and that's 170 damage. So you can see why Hawlucha is such a great attacker in these fighting decks when combining with Golbat and Crobat. And also, you can Focus Sash a Hawlucha, and sometimes you'll hear me call Hawlucha Wall-Lucha, because it's definitely just walling there. They can't really knock it out, and they have to smack it, or they have to, worry about it later. But this is the deck. I really do like it a lot. I did have a lot of fun recording it. And like I said, if you want to have some kind of Lucario Bats deck to test out, this is definitely the one. Like I said, Noah did win 2 cities with this deck, but hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, have a great day, and let's see this deck in action. Alright, we're putting against Traxnia, playing a Fighting Dark Colors. I'm not sure at all what this is. We'll call heads like always. We won the coin flip. There we go, and let's see what kind of start can we have. Yes, we'd like to go first, and let's see what happens. Come on, Pokemon. And nope, we mulligan turn 1. They're going to know exactly what we're playing. I mean, there's Fighting Energy. There's a Golbat. There's a Focus Sash. They know it's going to be a Fighting Bats deck. I mean, they might not know what Pokemon are in here, but they'll have a really good indication. We'll start Hawlucha. Put down the Zubats, and we'll press done. And let's see what happens. What do we start with, and what are we playing against? Let's see here. Going to draw for the mulligan. They must have a Shaman in their hand, and there's a Zora. Alright, so we're going to Love Ball. And with the Love Ball, we're going to grab a Zubats. We actually have a really good turn 1. We'll put down the Zubats. We'll play a Karina. And with the Karina, we will grab a Lucario. And we will grab a Muscle Band. Yeah, that seems good. We could get down another Zubat, but I'm fine with doing this. Put down the Muscle Band, and we are going to Shebe to draw 3. And can we get an energy or not? And we do. We'll put a Fighting Energy in Lucario right now, and we'll end our turn. We don't want to put down the Strong Energy, just because we don't know if they play Enhanced Hammers, and we don't want them to discard that. Turn 1, they receive an Acrobike, look at the top 2 cards of their deck, and grab a card. And they're going to discard a Dark Energy, so it is for sure a Dark deck. There's a Flowstone Gun on Evital. Big question is, what do they play with? There's a Trainer's Mail. Oh, this might be a Zora Glade Evital EX deck that we've seen all throughout cities. And the Trainer's Mail will get them a Sycamore. I'm not sure if that's what they want to have. They're going to discard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, which is not the best. They will need another Pokemon, or this Lucario will just knock it out. And there's an Ultra Ball. This will get it out of Pokemon. They will see a Dark Energy and a Sycamore being discarded, and there's a baby Evital coming down. So this is going to be interesting for sure to see how this matchup goes. We see a Dark Energy on the Evital. We'll see a Retreat, and we'll see a Shebe drawn up to 6. Alrighty. Now, what I might actually do is Lyson with the Zora and take a knockout. They will see Hex Maniac, going to get rid of all the abilities, and a Blizzwing for 30. They're going to attach a Dark Energy probably to the Zora. And like I said, I'm going to Lyson with the Zora and take a knockout while we can. So we're going to Lyson with the Zora, put a Strong Energy on Lucario, and we will retreat. And we're going to Corkscrew Smash. It's going to do 160 damage because it does hit for weakness. Or 200 damage, yeah. 6, 8, 10. I forgot about the Muscle Band. And next turn we have a Strong Energy. So a Somersault Kick can do a lot of damage. It'll do 100, 120, 140, 160, then minus 20, 140. So that can knock out the Evital, which is great, and that's what we want to see. Now on to our opponent's turn. Let's see what's going to happen. They do have a Hex Maniac in the discard pile, so they can constantly just keep Hex Maniac in us. But that's not going to get him anywhere this turn. And yeah, he's going to discard double Zoroark. Alrighty, I'm fine with that. A Shauna and a Target Whistle. They maybe should have played Target Whistle. They would see a Dark Energy on an Evital. We see a Zora coming down. We see a Battle Compressor. Going to discard some cards out of their deck. And I'm actually, once again, just going to Verse Seeker for that Zora and knock it out. Yeah, that seems like a great play. Put the Strong Energy on this Hawlucha, and that way we can Flying Press a Evital EX for a lot of damage. And we're going to see a Battle Compressor discard 3 more cards out of their deck. So, I mean, we're doing fine right now. Yeah, we're going to knock out Zora for sure. We see another Battle Compressor discarding a bunch of stuff. And we'll see a Blizzwing doing 30 damage and probably attaching a Dark Energy to this Evital EX. Now, we can go after this Evital EX if we want to. Right now, it's going to be 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. And then, 20, 140, 160 is the max it can do. I'm not sure if that. Let's do this. Strong Energy. We'll level ball for a Golbat. And we'll put some damage counters on this Evital, and that might make it where Hawlucha can knock it out next turn. We'll do 20 damage to the Evital. We'll play one Super Scoop up. Heads, we'll pick up the Golbat, put down the Zubat, put down the Golbat, and we'll do 20 more damage to this Evital. Alrighty, and then we'll Versic it for a Lysander to knock out the Zora. That seems like the best play for sure. So we'll Lysander, bring up the Zora, and we'll Corkscrew Smash for the knockout and drawn up to 6 cards once again. So we're really, really good shape right now. We'll Corkscrew Smash, knocking out the Zora. Gonna take another prize card. Yes, we'll draw up to 6, and then we'll take a prize card. Alrighty, so everything's going great so far. They could send this Evital, but if they do, they're going to be in trouble because we potentially can knock out this Evital. There's a Dark Energy, and there's an Evaball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does that knock us out? It doesn't. Ooh, that's actually bad for my opponent. So go put down a Golbat. Put 20 on the active. Put down a Crobat. Do 30 to the active. Alrighty, so how much is it at? Is that 80 left? Corkscrew Smash do 6, 8, 10, 12. Alrighty, then we will, let's see. We'll Super Scoop up. Try to pick up a Crobat. Head, so we can pick up a Crobat. Alright, putting that all back into our hand. Put down the Zubat. Put down the Lucario. And we will Corkscrew Smash. It should knock it out unless I'm bad at math. Yeah, there we go. So knocking out the Evital, taking 2 prize cards. We go down to 1, and everything's looking great. And we can win the game next turn. We can license with the Shame and put down Crobat, put down Golbat, and win the game. There's another Evital coming down, and what can my opponent do? There's a Dark Energy, a VS Seeker. This could get out a Maxie's to get out the Glade, but if they do not pick up the Shaman, they're going to lose the game next turn because we are going to license with the Shaman and win the game. Alright, so Maxie's going to get 5 cards. There we see a Trainer's Mail. Going to get a Muscle Man out from the Trainer's Mail. Mike on the active. And they're going to knock us out. They are going to take 2 prize cards, but it goes on the bench. Yeah, it only needs to do 30 damage. So, I mean, we're pretty much going to win this game. We're just going to license with a Shaman, knock it out with Hawlucha. We have a Crobat and Golbat do 3, 4, 5. Then plus the 80, so, I mean, that's enough. That's enough. So, we're going to see a Battle Compressor for my opponent. Just discard 3 cards out of their deck. Like I said, if they don't play a Super Scoop Up, they're in trouble. But nope, Oblivion doing 30 damage, and we are going to win this game. Sorry about that, Trex Neo, I guess how you say his name. I like Neo from The Matrix. So, put up Hawlucha. On to our turn. Let's see. What do we get? We get an Ultra Ball. But we're going to Crobat. Put 30 here. Put down the Golbat. Put 20 onto this guy. Alrighty. And we are going to VS Seeker for a Lysander. Bring it up. And Flying Press for a knockout. And that'll be the game. Give me that Shebe. And we will Flying Press for the knockouts. It should do, I don't know, 80 damage. Now, it would hit for resistance, but Shining Spirit says this Pokemon is affected by weakness or resistance. But regardless, 60 would be a knockout regardless. So 80 damage, knocking out that Shaman EX, taking the last 2 prize cards. And there we go. The Lucario Bats deck does take down the Evital Zora late deck. And like I said, you might think it's a hard matchup just because Evital has resistance, but you can just focus it down with the Bats, and then when it comes up, you can just one-shot it basically. And that's basically what we saw there. But we'll see one more game with the deck here in a second since that one was so quick. Alright, we're playing against Baku Saga 13. Baku? I'm not sure what that is, but we won the game. I think it's Saga, right? Seijo? I don't know. But we did win the coin flip. We do get to go first. I'm not even sure what they're playing because I was so confused by their name. And alright, we get a Lucario. We have 2 Super Scoop Ups in our hand. That's not good. And let's see, what are we playing as? There's a Zubat. Okay, cool. We top deck a Karina. And with the Karina, we can grab... We'll grab another Lucario, and we will grab an Ultra Ball. No, let's grab a Level Ball. Yeah, let's grab a Level Ball. And that way we can get out of Zubat. And we have the Golbat in hand for next turn. Play the Level Ball. Getting a Zubat. And we actually have to pass. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe we should have got the... What is it? the Shaman, but we'll put a Focus Sash on this guy and we'll end our turn. Alright, so on to our opponent's turn. Let's see what happens. Now, if we do get a strong energy, we can still knock out the Zubat next turn. Hopefully they put down some other Pokemon, and if they don't, we have the Golbat, put 20 on the active, and then we can Missile Jab for the knockout. But there we see a Level Ball. This will get down another Zubats, maybe? Or maybe some other attacker. Okay, a Remoraid. Alright, so some kind of artillery deck. We see a Remoraid coming down. And let's see, what else do they have? So Zubat and a Remoraid so far. Alright, I think we're just going to put the Golbat onto the Remoraid. I really don't want to put damage on the Zubat, because I do think we can knock it out. There we see an Ultra Ball discarding an, I was going to say in, but that's a Floatstone. And a double Dragon Energy. Alright, so some kind of Dragon deck. And it looks like it's a Noivern deck. Oh man, so Noibat comes down. Let's see, it's like you're going to Noivern, or Noibat, sorry. And do they have a supporter card? They haven't played one yet. And on to our turn. Alright, let's see what happens. We get down a Fighting Stadium. Get down a Golbat. We'll put 20 on to this guy. And sadly, we will have to Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. And what do we get? We'll get a Zubat. We'll get a Strong Energy. Put down Hawlucha. And we'll wheel Shaman up to 3 cards. Can we get another Golbat in our hand? We get another Zubat, but can't put that down, sadly. And we will Missile Jab, doing 50 damage. The resistance does not matter because that's what the effect of Missile Jab is. And we see a Super Scoop Up. That's great. And here comes a Noivern. Alright, Noibat. Do they have a Noivern or not? We might see some echolocation going on. We see a Level Ball. This will get out an Octillery. That way they can draw up to 5 cards in their hand. So Octillery are going to come out to play. And let's see, Abyssal Hand. Oh, we see the Noivern coming down, and it does. Yeah, it is the echolocation. If any damage is done to this Pokemon by attacks, flip a coin of heads, prevent that damage. And it does have Boom Burst. It does 30 everywhere. And this 30 damage is going to start racking up on our side of the field, and that is very, very scary. But if we can knock out this Noivern next turn, we'll be A-okay if they don't put down another Noibat. So we'll see what happens here in a second. Let's see what's going to happen. Now, I think next turn, what we'll do is we're going to Karina for an Ultra Ball. They receive Megaphone, getting rid of the Focus Sash. I'm fine with that because we have Muscle Bands in our deck. But I'm going to Ultra Ball for a Crobat. Get down the Crobat. Put down 30 onto this guy. But nope, we see a Judge. Both players are going to shuffle their hand into the deck and draw 4 cards. Sorry. So 4 cards come in our hand. And, alright. We get down double Muscle Band and a Sycamore, and here comes a double Dragon Energy, and we will see Boom Burst doing 30 everywhere. Alright, party time for sure. Alright, so on to our turn, let's see what happens. We get an Ultra Ball. So Ultra Ball, discard Hawlucha and a Fighting Muscle Band, and we will get out a Golbat. Come on down, Golbat. Or we could get a Crobat. Now I'll grab a Golbat right now, putting that down, and it'll put 20 damage to this Octillery, or we could put on the active. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's put on the active, and that way if we miss, we can still potentially knock it out, put a Muscle Band down, and we'll Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. We get a Golbat, we get a Crobat. Alright, cool. So we can put down the Crobat, put in 30 more damage on the active. We'll put a Strong Energy here, and we can Missile Jab. If we flip heads, we can knock. If they flip tails, we can knock it out. And heads, they are not knocked out. But next turn, we can Ultra Ball for another Crobat. Knock out this Noivern with a Crobat, and then maybe Corkscrew Smash will do 6, 8, 10, and that will knock out this Octillery. There we see Abyssal Hand drawn 1 card. Alrighty. So even though it seems like a bad matchup because of echolocation, it becomes flippy, we should be okay since we do have the bats. Oh, we see a Lysander. Bring it up, Shebe. All right, that does ruin the Cork Smash plan. And they receive not echolocation. Boom Burst, doing 30 everywhere. And on to our turn, we'll get a Strong Energy, where we're going to Ultra Ball, discard a Golbat, and a Level Ball. And we'll get a Crobat. We will knock out the active. The big question is, can we hit a VS Seeker off this prize card to VS Seeker up to Shaman and knock out the Octillery? We'll put 30 on the active, knocking it out. Alrighty, we'll go down to 4 prize cards, and let's see, what do we get? The VS Seeker or Strong Energy? Alright, we have a decision to make. I think the best play is still put the Fighting Energy here, play the Judge, and we will retreat the Shaman. Let's see what 4 cards we get. Oh, we got a Super Scoop Up! No, we could maybe pick up the Shaman to win the game this turn. That's bad. Well, we're just going to retreat into Lucario. We'll play Super Scoop Up. Heads. Oh, we could have won the game. Oh, well. I'll pick up a Crobat. Put down the Zubats. And we will Missile Jab for 50. And the next turn, we can knock out the Octillery with another Missile Jab if they don't retreat it. On to our opponent's turn. Let's see what happens. Now, next turn, if they do get a Noibat, we could, start putting Golbat damage on it, or the Bat damage on it. We do have a Golbat, and then we can put down the Crobat. So we're still in good shape. And there's a Dimension Valley coming down, making it where it needs 1 less Psychic Energy to attack. What's Psychic? Are they playing Gengar? There's a best way to draw 1 card, and do they get anything or not? They might be playing Gengar. And there's a Birch. Oh, man, could Birch save him to get another Pokemon? Tails only getting 4. Will they get another Pokemon or not is the big question. There's a Noibat coming down, and that's 50 HP. And we might see a pass. This will be bad for my opponent because we can knock out the Octillery, and the next turn they're not really left with anything. We see a Super Rod, gonna shuffle 3 combination of energy and or Pokemon, and let's see what they decide to shuffle in there. There's a Zubat, there's a Noivern, and a Noibat. Alrighty. And to pass on to our turn, well, we're going to put down the Golbat, put 20 onto this guy. We will then AZ. We could pick up the Shaman, but we're going to pick up Crobat, live the life a little bit. Put down the Zubats. Put down Fighting Stadium. We will just in Missile Jab for 50, knock in the Octillery. And next turn we have the Crobat and the Golbat to do another 50 damage, which will bring it up to 80, which is still not a knockout, but then we have the Crobat. If they evolve it in Noivern, let's see, do they have anything or not? It's the big question. There's another Birch. Coming on down, can Birch save him? And heads, there you go, Birch. Alrighty, let's see, what do they get off this Birch? Do they get another Pokemon? And there's a Noivern coming down with the Echolocation, but sadly, it cannot attack this turn. If it could, it will knock out the Hawlucha. That's the only thing it would knock out. We see a Psychic Energy on a Noivern, and they will need another Pokemon just in case they hit Tails. So let's see an Ultra Ball, and this will get out another Pokemon, discards a Judge and a Dimension Valley. And let's see what they get out. Now, if they get out a Pokemon with 50 HP or less, I'm definitely contemplating just knocking that guy out instead of this Noibat, or putting the damage on the Noivern to go down to 2, and then we can knock that out and then win the game. If that's what happens, let's see what they decide to get with the Ultra Ball. And there's a Zubat, so we can Crobat, then Golbat, put 50 damage on it, put the Fighting Energy here, and the Corkscrew Smash will only do 80 damage. We'll do 80 damage to knock out the Noivern. Alright, so pass on to our turn. We get a VS Seeker, so we'll put down the Crobat, 30 onto this guy, put down the Golbat, put 20 on this guy, and we will AZ to pick up this Crobat for sure. We'll go down 2 prize cards. We'll grab a Lysander. Alright, I'll put a Fighting Energy here. We will VS Seeker. We played Hex Maniac, we can win right now. But we'll grab an AZ, and we will pick up the Crobat line. And let's see, is luck in our favor or not? I'll pick up the Crobat line, put down the Zubats, and we will Corkscrew Smash. Come on, Tails! Heads! Oh, it doesn't do anything. But we don't draw any cards either. Alrighty. So, even though we're down 3 Super Scoop Ups, AZ's becoming clutch right now. And they receive a VS Seeker. This will grab a Judge. Oh, man, it's going to put both of us at 4. He's going to get rid of our Crobat and Golbat. Sorry, buddies. Alright, so Judge. Going to get 4 cards into our hand. And let's see. We get a Burst. We get a Fighting Energy. We see a Zubat coming down. We see a Noivern Break coming down. Oh, buddy. And do they get a double Dragon Energy or not? That's the big question. Now, even though it is a break, it still has the Echolocation effect. Alrighty, so we'll put a Fighting Energy on this guy, and we're just going to Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. We could play the Birch, but I'm trying to get the Crobat and Golbats, and we do get the Crobat. Put 30 on this guy. We'll put down the Golbat, 20 on this guy. And once again, if we can flip Tails this turn, we can win with Somersault Kick. We'll go down to 1 prize card. What is it? A Golbat, and can we get lucky or not? Come on, Somersault Kick. Heads, oh no! Alright, so it doesn't hurt it at all. They do have 110 HP left, and Somersault Kick would have done 120. And on to our opponent's turn, let's see what happens. There's a VS Seeker. This will probably grab another Judge. Or Birch. Okay, so Birch. Now with the Birch, okay, so if they get, with the Birch, they get heads. Alright, if they get a double Dragon Energy, they can actually knock us out with the Synchro Woofer, which would be very scary. There's an Enhanced Hammer, discarding the Special Energy. Alright, so 6, 5, and okay, they don't get anything, and on to our turn. We will VS Seeker, and we're actually going to grab an AZ. How many VS Seekers have we played? 1, 2, and this will be our third one. Alright, so press done, grab the AZ. We're going to AZ, pick up the Shaman, and that way they can't take 2 prize cards off it. Put down the Zubat, put a strong energy in this guy, and come on, Somersault Kick. Don't let us down, buddy. Come on in. Oh my goodness. Alright, so into our opponent's turn. But we do have a Zubat. We have a, so we can evolve into Crobat, or down to Golbat, put down Crobat, and do 50 that way. Oh, he puts down a Rimberade! Oh man, we can actually knock that out next turn if we have the Golbat left in the deck to take our last 2 prize cards, or last prize card. There we see Skyla. And let's see, what will our opponent get? But if there's an Ultra Ball and a Crobat in our deck, we could knock it out. There's only one Ultra Ball being played, so hopefully it's in there. How many Crobats in the discard pile? Is it 0? Oh yeah, so we have the win next turn for sure. Is it 50 HP? It's 60 HP! Alright, so never mind with that plan. We see a Dark Energy on a Noivern. My plan's been bamboozled. Alright, so we get a Super Rod. I don't think that's really useful at all. We could get that back on Golbat, but it's, like I said, it's not really that useful. No, let's play it. Let's play that. Let's play the Super Rod. We'll get back the Golbat, the Fighting Energy, and the Shaman. Alright. We will put down the Golbat, put 20 onto this guy, and we will Sycamore. It's going to come down to a coin flip this turn, but maybe we can start doing some damage with the Golbats and Crobats. Alright, we got Ultra Ball. Oh, the last Crobat could be prized because there's only 2 in the deck. So we'll Ultra Ball, discard these 2 guys. And we got the Crobat. There we go. Alright. So put down the Crobat. Yep, Crobat go down. 30 to the Noivern. Break. Attach a Fighting Energy here. And we will Somersault Kick. Can we get a Tails? And oh, another Heads! Alright, so into our opponent's turn. We might see a Boom Burst doing 30 everywhere. They might take a prize card. But we can AZ. Pick up the Crobat. Do 30. 40, 50. Oh, we'll be short. We'll be short, and this will be our last VS Seeker. Okay. Wait, did we have a VS Seeker last turn? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. If we had a VS Seeker last turn, we messed up. I don't think we did. No, we just Sycamore. Did we do Sycamore? If we had an AZ last turn, we could have just licensed up the Octillery. And there we see a Boom Burst, but what we can do, alright. What we can do is we can just license up these Octillery. Okay, there's license anyway. Like I said, I'm not sure if we played a VS Seeker last turn, then I messed up and we should have just definitely VS Seeker for the Octillery, but I don't think we did. I definitely think we played a Sycamore last turn, but either way, we're going to Lysander, bring up this Octillery, and we will Somersault Kick, doing 120 damage to win the game. That Noivern, oh man, that Noivern. But either way, he put down the Octillery, which is definitely a scary move. But there we go, victory screen. We did beat the Noivern break deck. It was definitely scary for sure. But if you want to see more games with this deck, down below, I'll leave a link to a Saturday video. I actually did a Saturday tournament with this with a Lucario Bats deck back in November. So if you want to see more of this deck and see how it works, those videos will definitely show you more of this deck off. We do win a whole tournament with the deck. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. I want to thank you all also for getting me 3,700 subscribers. I think we're at 3,700. I think it's 3,700. We're so close to 4,000. We're like 200 something, 200 something away. So, thank you all for watching. If you're this far, thank you for making it this far into the video. Have a great day. Alrighty, bye.